was going to say good morning, but it's not. It's afternoon. I've just woke up. I don't give a crap. So I can't sing a good morning collective, but I'm going to anyway, even though it's not. Good morning, collective. But it's afternoon. But I don't know how to do afternoon. Oh, look at me. That looks better. Not me, the colour. I look peculiar today. Since I've awakened to all this craziness, I look different. I've just woke up because I have. And I was guided to come straight on here. Sorry guys, if you ain't been here before, I'm tired. My Siri's going off. What do you want? You enjoy what you're doing right now? Siri, why do you enjoy what you're doing right now?
Sorry, I don't understand.
You just said, I enjoy what I'm doing right now. That was strange, wasn't it? Siri, why did you say you enjoy what you're doing right now? Siri, goodbye. That was really strange. I get this a lot. It's like my angels, I'm going really cold. My angels are talking to me through Siri. Now it's going to come back on again. I just got on and it said, I enjoy what I'm doing right now. So it must be this. Alright, so it probably wasn't Siri then. So anyway, like I said, don't know what I'm doing here. What are you doing here? Right, grab your tea, grab your coffee, grab your dog, grab your neighbour's dog, grab whatever. Grab the postie. We can't grab the postie, it's Sunday. If you've not been here before, it's nuts. Right, for the first time in ages, I'm cold and I love it. Cool. I haven't felt this blooming nipply in ages. And yes, I can be funny even though I'm chosen. Apparently I'm chosen. That's what I was listening to while I was asleep. Someone was telling me, DN, someone was telling me I'm not chosen and I need to awaken to my gifts. But I'm not very good at these gifts. I'm good at what I do, but I'm not good at knowing how I can do this. And the thing is, I'm a Virgo and I need to know how I can do this. And I don't know. That's the whole point of having secret gifts. So if you feel like me, I will resonate because I'm just here on this earth and I'm too loving to be here. I am. But apparently not. Apparently I'm an earth angel and I'm supposed to be here because I love so much and I see the love and the goodness in everybody and everything. But it's not a good thing to be like this. It's quite vulnerable. And I've got myself in a lot of trouble. I know I look like I'm about to cry, but I'm not. It's because I'm tired. Here she comes again. I should have a meme here with that face. With all them tears. Do you remember that comes out like that? Because that's all I've done on there for like quite a few years. Is cry. I'm an emotional chick. I am. Because I love everything. So yeah. But if I get emotional, excuse me, because I'm going through another activation apparently. So angels and ancestors come into my space, protect us during the reading. In Jesus' name, amen. And guides me with the cards that I need to use and protect me. So I'm just having a little shiver, just for your information. So might get, whoa, that was a cold chill. Angels, that was really cold. Ooh, confirmation. So that might have been for my information, or this is going to be confirmation for your information while you're here. But at least we know why you're here now. So, I'm not a tarot reader. I am an angel messenger. I'm not just an angel messenger, I've been told as well. And I don't like to be a big head. I'm a very humble person. I look like I'm all that in a bag of chick, but I'm actually not. I like dressing out there so people think I'm something special, but I don't. But apparently I've got gifts and I'm scared to show my gifts because I'm scared that people think I'm going to be like all in my ego. But I'm not. And that's why I don't like saying I'm chosen, because there's a lot of us that are chosen. But some people are chosen, but they never, what do they call it? Someone said something to me that's in my ear. Sometimes you're chosen, but you never answer the call. Thank you, angels. But I answered the call. I remember the day I answered this call. It was like a phone call. And I was dying. Seriously, I was dying. I'd had so much going on in my life. True that. It is. And I remember being told, if you do this, Kerry, there's no going back. There's only one way out of here. And it'll be either to help people or I'll be sent home. I would have rather been sent home, to be honest. But I think I missed the spaceship. I think they went off without me. I think I went there and was like that. Oh, what time is it? Oh, I missed it. I missed the spaceship home. And here I am. Oh, do you want to come out or not? I wish you could see the cards. I've got to sort this out. So anyway. Oh, that's what I was like when I missed my spaceship. Oh, no. Beam me up, Scotty. They left on purpose. So, yeah. But anyway, I've got my nan on my mind a lot lately. The OG. The OG, mate. The OG's on my mind. So you might have a grandmother or a grandfather or someone a bit of OG who... or the almighty God, because if we get a D now, I'm going to freak out. So you might be having a grandparent who's on your mind. It's got G-O and the OG, because everything I say resonates here, guys, and it does. I don't know why I'm here. I mean that as in I don't know why I'm here, as in where I'm going with anything, and I don't. Toggle. I'm getting for some reason. So OGT, I just got toggle. You know the toggles that you get? You might know, it'll resonate. You know when you get on curtains as well, tiebacks. I'm seeing tiebacks with phrase. I'm sure they're called toggles. There must be something else. Oh, buttons are called toggles as well. I've got some around me. I know someone, you might be here and you might think you don't know what I'm talking about, and obviously you're not supposed to be here. Got anything to do? No, I'm only joking. Sometimes I don't get why I'm here and what I'm saying. I'm not being rude saying that. So, we've got T-O-G. Grandmother or grandfather might come through today, guys. I'm getting so many things coming through my head because I've had a lot of downloads myself. And I've got love in my head, and I have. So you might be getting love from a grandparent. Oh, I'm getting really shivery, and this isn't just cold. So we've got O, G, T, and L. Love to the OG. Love to the OG. Or P. Pilot. Someone might have been a pilot. Someone might have been a pilot here. Hang on a minute. I'm getting the LGT. I'm not sure. Hang on. So I'm talking to my angels. Yeah. Is it the LGT? LGTB? I'm getting that, and I am. And I'm itching because I'm getting energy, guys. So some of you might be of the same sex. I'll tell you what, when I come back in the next life, that's what I'm doing. And I know you probably won't agree with me if you're religious, but I'm not religious, I'm spiritual. And no offence to men, but I get on too well with men, and I do. And I don't mean just like that. I don't mean just like that. I get on too well with men, and I'm too soft with men. And I will tell a man off, but as a mum, this might resonate with you. This will go somewhere with the cards, what I'm saying, all right? Don't think I don't know what I'm talking about. I get led to talk, all right? And I'm thinking, I was talking to my neighbour the other day, and she said, oh, Kerry, when I come back in my next life, she's got loads of kids, bless her. She's like, oh, I'm coming back as a lesbian. I said, oh, yeah, what are you doing now? She said, well, I've got Lee and I. No, angels, confirmation. I told you, they don't mind me talking. I'm led to say what I'm saying. So, I've decided when I come back next time, hopefully not, hopefully it's my last time, maybe when I go home, there might be a thing going on up there where everyone is just not an actual sex. Maybe everyone just is divine and we're all like an energy, and that's how we make love. Let's get it on. I'm hoping that anyway, that it's no touching, because I've had enough of touching. But I get on too well with men, and I do, and I don't know why. And men take me the wrong way, because when I talk to men, my son told me that men just want to sleep with you because the way you are, you're like, hi, how are you? And oh, you look nice, and oh, I like your trousers. And Jake went, they just think you want to sleep with them. I went, men don't think that. He went, they do. That's why. So when I'm walking along the road, I suppose I watch men now, and I see women when they smile. Now, when I was with my ex, the one just gone, he wasn't as bad womanizer as the first one, but most men are anyway. And a lot of women are as well. Shouldn't you say that? And so I was in the car one day, and she was young though, and she was quite a big girl. So he liked big girls, which doesn't matter. But this girl walked across the road, and he got so excited in front of me. I was embarrassed for him, and I was. And he was like, oh, on the steering wheel. Oh, Karen, look, I know you're going to take me the wrong way, but look, this is what I like. Look. And she had everything hanging out, crossing the road. And it looked disgraceful to me, and it did. And then she walked along, and she looked right in the car and smiled at him. And he went, oh, look, she's smiling at me. And I went, you're pathetic. I went, getting that excited while I'm in the car doing that. He's like, oh, no, I didn't mean that. And he forgot that I was there. And I noticed that day that girl that walked past was just like given to me as a vision of me. Now, I thought she looked really too friendly. Why is she smiling for? We're doing that for you. You smile at men and what they think of you. And it was me. That's what I'm like. Because whether you got a girlfriend in the car or not, I'm not interested in you fancying me. I'm like, oh, you're right. Oh, and if they got a dog, oh, I love your dog. Or, oh, is that your girlfriend? Oh, I like her dress. That's me. I'm too friendly, but apparently not. So anyway, it might be you as well. Don't know where I'm going with this, but yeah, so I've decided that I'm too friendly with men, and I think that's what gets me into trouble. I'm getting energy. Angels, come in and help me with this. Where am I going with this? I don't know. So let's get on with the read. Well, this is the read. We've already got on with it. True blue, baby, I love you. Yes, I do. Is that Madonna? What are we going with then? Should we try a bit of these? Because, yeah, shall we? I'm being led with these, with my angels, wisdom oracle. I don't like telling you all the cards. There's some tarot reader on at the minute. She's getting right on my nerves. And I know I've got to be nice, but I can't. She's getting on my nerves. Because I can see straight through people. And I've noticed a lot of people, like, maybe they watched me because I comment on their channel. I don't know. I'm not being a big head, but everyone's trying to be real, but they're not doing it the real way. They're still being fake. And it's really annoying me. And she's trying to be really real, but she's still like, and all this rubbish. She's doing my head in. Anyway, I made a few comments today and I had to delete them because I'm so opinionated. And I was like, you're trying to be real and you're not. You're still fake. People don't know how to be real. And yeah, so, but when they try and be real, these people, they come across even more fake than the fake people. Because now you're faking being real. One of you might have a toothache. I'm just getting the pain there. So yeah, I won't say who she is, but she's English and she's getting on my nerves. People get on my nerves a lot. Maybe it's because I haven't had my medication for a week. Thought that on the way home today. And yeah, I've got a coffee tongue and I don't care because I drink coffee. Right, so let's see what we've got here. Oh, do you want to come out or not? I thought we had a bit of Kuan Yin then. I'd have cracked up, mate. Bit of yang, but it's upside down. So maybe you're missing your yin. And you're the yang. Masculine and female energy. What did we just talk about? See what I mean? It's good here, isn't it? The Lgbt. What did I say? Just having a minute. Yin and yang. It's masculine and female energy. Whoa, I'm going really shaky. So someone here, you are a chosen one. I'm feeling led to say. And you are... I don't think you're of one sex, and I don't. And yeah, I've said that on YouTube, and I'm probably going to get banned, but never mind. I don't think you are. I think you either don't know if you're in your masculine or your feminine, male or female, because you don't know who you are. Just because you've got a dingle or a pair of boobies don't mean a thing. You don't mean a thing if you ain't got that swing. Do up, do up, do up, do up. My angel just went past then because I was thinking of a dingle. They know me. So anyway... I was going to say that, but I'm not going to say anything about a dingle because I quite find them pretty as well. I do. Seriously. Find everything pretty. Anyway, listen, I've had a past. I've seen more of them than I have weekends. Seriously, I have. I'm not going to lie. I've seen more dickens than I've seen weekends. Trust me. Anyway, it'll resonate. Always does. And if you don't like it, I don't care. So you might be a chosen one, right? And you might be in your feminine and masculine energy. And you might know which one you are. You might not know. You might be that like SEXually as well. Or you might be feeling at the moment that you don't know which way to swing. If you ain't got that thing to up. Me neither, love. Me neither. But I don't really do women, and I don't. I'm more into men, but men are getting on my nerves, and they are. But not like that. I mean, just to look at my angels. They're getting on my nerves in a relationship kind of way. But I think it's my fault. I don't even think it's them. I think I come across like I'm motherly, and I'm going to save everybody. But I don't want to do that in a relationship. I want to do that like this, as in my mission, what I'm doing, or job, whatever you want to call it. I don't like calling it a job because it's not. But yeah, you might be feeling the same because I resonate to a collective like you. Excuse me. Told you I'm good when I wake up. Annoying but good. So, you could be a fire sign. You could be an air sign. You could be either or whore. No, you might be a whore. Who knows? But anyway, I feel, yeah, you don't know what you're in, masculine or feminine, or you don't know what way you want to swing. That's what I'm feeling. And I'm not going to read the cards because I don't feel like reading the card. I mean the book. I don't feel like reading the book. So, I'm seeing stars as well, and I am. So we'll see where we're going with this, because like I said, I don't know. So angels and ancestors, guide me. I always say I'm not going to post it when I don't get it, but then the ones I don't get, you always get what I'm talking about. Oh, you might have had a nan or granddad that was a bit the other way. My granddad used to tell me things about people back in the day. When they had war, like a lot of women were into other women because it's company and they had no one at home. So they used to find comfort in each other. So this might resonate with you. So I don't know where I'm going with this. I never talk about stuff like this normally. And my granddad said, I don't take offence by this. My granddad was old, but he weren't against anyone who was gay or like who fancied different people. And he didn't. My granddad was very open-minded. But he used to say to me, see him, Cal, he's a shirt lifter. He seriously did. I mean, what's a shirt lifter, Granddad? And then he'd tell me. He'd go, don't worry, we all done it in the war. Even men did when they was away at war. There's more people into this than what we know. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think that down here it's a bit too male and female with this religious thing as well. And obviously you've got to have kids. But I think when we go home up there, I think we're all energies. And we just can just have this power where we can get that sensation of having like, I can't say anything on it because it's blooming AI. I can't even say about having one of them. You know, that's not my cum face, by the way, but hopefully not. But yeah, anyway, I feel we do that through energy. And this might be going on in your head where you're not working out who you are. Maybe you want to switch sides. I don't know. It says round and around. You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round, round, round. Oh, and I can see a question mark in this person's head. And this person looks like a Leo. And we got fires. And look in the middle of that, look, there's a face. Now, to me, look, you can see a swirl. But look there, I saw straight away a question mark. So you might be feeling like you don't know which way to go. Round and round. 25 we've got, number 25. You could be 52. You could be 51. I'm getting fire and air. And I am. Fire and air sign. So you could be dealing with a fire sign. You could be a fire sign. Fire sign. Round and round. So I bet you might be going round and round in your head. You might find it's hard to talk about. Well, that's what I'm here for, because I can bring up these conversations, even though I'm feeling uncomfortable, not because of what I'm talking about, because on here I can't say what I want. Because if I say a word, AI do not know lingo. They do not know that some words mean different things as well. In England, you could use one word 20,000 times. And even a swear word, C-U-N-T. Now, if you go to London and you say that word, some of you might find that hideous. Now, Australians love that word. And they do. I know Australians do. And in London, if someone calls you a CUNT, when you come into their house, it depends what tone they say it in. So if they say it in a singing tone, oh, you're in, they love you because you're a... Right? And then you can say it, but you emphasise the T. And then they hate you. Seriously. I never cough, even when I'm vaping. So some of you might cough. Or you might feel hard to talk about this. I hope you don't feel hard. Seriously, but I'm saying it. Right. So I'm feeling that I've got someone of questioning their I'm going to say it, sexuality. And this is going around, and this might be one of your children as well. I just got... See, I take my time for a reason, and I don't know what I'm talking about half the time for a reason, because it's not me, it's you. I'm channeling for you, LGBT, but we ain't got the B, but that's what I got, all right? Masculine and feminine energy, enchanting gifts. Oh, now that one just flew out. Now, see, now this is a ballerina, right? You might have a cat. Now you might be a man who wants to have a, I'm going to say it, pussy, because you could be a man that dresses up in women's clothes, or someone that you know. 27. Now you might be 27, or you might have been born 72. Now the woman in this box has got a masculine face and is wearing wings. So you could be an angel. You might be struggling with this to do with, like, if you're spiritual, you might feel like this is not the right thing to do. Well, whatever you want to do, you do. That's the whole point of being spiritual, is being yourself, okay? And you might be wearing a mask about this. Now, this might be a man I'm talking to, or it could be a woman that wants to be masculine. Now, you could have a tabby cat. Now, you could be hiding who you are. You might feel like you are trapped in a box. I'm getting Pandora's box. This could be a big secret that's going to come out. I'm going cold. I'm going cold. So some of you might want to come out of this box and show your face of who you are. Unmask who you are. Now, you could be... I'm getting a transvestite, and I am, because you might want to do this. You might like singing, dancing. You might want to perform, but you might love pink as in the artist, or pink as in pink. Now, I'm feeling that somebody here is going to open this box up. Don't worry, I've still got your card. And you're going to show who you are. Now, I see a man in this picture, and I do. Told you, it goes somewhere. This always does. Now, you can have a real good gift. You could be a gifted transvestite, and I'm telling you. Now, you might have gifts of dancing, singing, amateur dramatics. You might just be doing this already, and you know you have a gift. I'm going so cold, guys. You would believe, I'm telling you. It's going to resonate with one of you. If it does, it's only for one of you. Now, I've got the gay boys in my head. I'm sorry, but I have, because I can see pink and white stripy wallpaper, and I'm getting candy floss. I didn't want to say candy floss, then I didn't. I wanted to say sticker rock. Now, I had this the other day, sticker rock, and I said about Brighton being written through it. Now, we got the gay festival coming up soon. Is it Pride Week, or we already had that? Because I'm getting that as well. You could be going to that. You might want to go there. It might be your first time. I really am getting this, and I am. Now, you might need to step out of the box. I only itch when I get energy, guys, so don't worry. I ain't got fleas or scabies. I feel this could be you, or someone in your family, or someone that wants to come out and show you that they actually might prefer the pussy than the other thing. The dingle dangle, we'll say, or vice versa. So, and I know some of you are not going to like this read, but it's the way it is here. It is what it is. This could be your grandparents coming through telling you, step out of the box, be yourself. Don't care if you're my grandson or not. You be yourself. You want to wear a pink ballerina skirt, bloody wear one. And that's what I'm getting, and I am. Unfinished symphony. Now, you might play the piano. I'm telling you now, you dress up. You might be a secret. Like, not lemonade drinker, but we'll call it that. I'm a secret lemonade drinker. I'm trying to give it up, but it's one of those nights. You might be. You need to get out there. You can't keep hiding this secret. No, number 10 could be a number for you. You could live at number 10. You could be very musical. Now, I'm getting Cyndi Lauper for some reason, and I am. You might like Cyndi Lauper, and I am getting Cyndi Lauper. Now, I'm also getting a little bit of a joker. You might be very funny. Very fertile I got as well. You might get a baby donated to you. Somebody might give you their egg that's been fertilised. This could resonate as well, guys. Right. So you might be a daddy who's going to be a mummy. Oh, I love that. My son donated his sperm to a gay couple. Yeah, it was lovely. And she's my granddaughter. And I probably shouldn't be saying this on here, but I'm going to, because I talk about things. And my son will probably kill me, but never mind. But she was donated by my son to a couple. And she now lives in my son's house. And she's beautiful. And yeah, she's absolutely lovely. So she's a donated baby. That's why I'm getting this on this card. And yeah, so you might be a same-sex couple that wants to have a baby, but you can't actually have the egg yourself. So somebody might have to sit on the egg and keep it warm or keep it in their belly, ready to hatch for you. And you could be very happy about this. So this might be the thing that is the last thing in your relationship that could actually seal the deal. That's what I'm feeling. So to have I'm going cold again, guys. To have a baby or have a baby donated to you or adoption, you might be going round and round in your head about this. This is what would bring music to your ears, I just heard. That's really lovely. Listen, it doesn't matter if you are gay or straight, yeah? If you are a loving parent, you are a loving parent, okay? Because at the end of the day, you can have parents that are of different sexes and they absolutely detest each other, yeah? And you could be brought up as a child in that kind of normal relationship, as they say, normal household, and it ain't normal at all because they're actually vile people. It's nothing to do with what you've got down there. It's to do with what love you have in here, okay? 2 men can bring up a girl, 2 women can bring up a boy. It doesn't mean it's their baby's going to turn out like that. Confirmation. This is going to resonate with one of you. I'm telling you now. I am telling you now. You could be having a boy. And if I've blown the surprise, I'm sorry. Because I can see this egg is blue. And I feel you might be having a boy. All right? And I do. This baby that you have might become very musical. I've got Elton John in my head as well. You might come from a very music background here. And I'm being drawn to my music cards right there, the music oracles, and you're coming out in a minute, and you are. Thank you, angels. So I feel you might be having a boy, and I do. Or you're a boy that's a girl that wants to have a baby. Take it where it fits. So this is an unfinished thing for you. This will not finish off your relationship. This will seal the deal. It's going to be a gift to you and your family, and it is. Now, some of you might have a girl. You might have a girl. You could have a girl. You might even have twins, a girl and a boy, because you know it's like when you get donations of sperm, and sometimes you can have a lot more than one child. You might be adopting a boy and a girl. But I can see the girl coming out of the box, but is a man, to me. Don't worry. And I can also see a girl sitting on an egg. And I can see a boy. So, take it where it fits, but I think you're going to do this with no hands. That's how easy you're going to bring this child up. You could do this with no hands, mate. Because this woman on here hasn't got any arms. She hasn't got any arms. I thought you could do this standing on your head. Or standing on your egg. You could. I feel like you could. Or if this is your children, you could do this with no arms, mate. Because that's how good of a parent you're going to be. And don't take no notice what other people say. But I feel that this could be something to do with... I've never had a reading like this in my life, and I really am feeling like, and there's blue there, look, aqua blue there, but then we've got a bit of pink. Something's going round and round in your head, and it is. You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record player, right round, round, round. It's going to resonate, and I don't know. Let me pull one of these, angels and ancestors. Well, the angels came in, so it's not like this isn't going to, Grace Jones we got on the bottom. My days, look, daddy. It says, learn to be your own sugar daddy. Now, I'm getting this as a daddy. You might be a daddy. Right. So it's something you're waiting for, like ticking. like, not a ticking time bomb, but this might feel like this to you. You might feel like you're getting at an age now where time's ticking on and I need to have a baby. Or, oh, I'm going really cold, guys. Or you might be actually with someone who is a black man or a black woman. Or you could be a black man or a black woman. Because I do go by the colours of the cards if I'm guided to. Your name could be Grace. You could have a surname Jones. You might even have a person donate a baby to who is of colour. So that would be beautiful. You'd have a mixed race baby. Because look as well, when I said Cyndi Lauper, look at the girl's hair on that. It looks like afro hair. I love this, and I do. So, like I said, you might be doing this and feeling like this is Grace, or you might even call your child Grace. So you might be learning to be a dad. Or you might have to learn to be a dad as a mum, if you know what I mean. Seriously. So something with you is ticking. You're waiting. You feel like you're always waiting. So your name could be Hunter as well. You might pray a lot. You might be praying a lot for this. This might ensure your survival. I don't know why I'm saying that. It's on the card, but I don't know why I'm saying it is in that. It could ensure your survival. You might feel like your relationship might not survive without a child. Yeah, but it says daddy. And you might be older because it says sugar daddy. But I'm not doing it as sugar daddy. This could make you very powerful, this, for some reason. I don't know. I am getting that on here. So we leave that one there. And now we've got Bob Marley on the bottom. You might like a bit of reggae. I'm feeling this could be someone who's darker, though. So I don't know what race you are. You could be African, Nigerian. That could be in your background. Like Jamaican. Let's see what we've got for you in these cards. And see what the angels are going to give me today. Could be a fire sign, this child. And we've got Lady Gaga, look at her. I've got to be if I know people think she's demonic. Yeah, she probably is a little bit, but I'm not going by her. I'm going by when I said Elton John. Now, Lady Gaga, years ago, broke into Elton John's house to let him hear her sing because she was trying to make it. And apparently, he woke up. I don't know how she got in, but apparently she got in, broke in his house, and guess what she did? I'm going so goosey. She sat on a piano and started playing his piano, and it woke him up. Now we got Lady Gaga. Exaggerate your contradictions. So somebody might think this is a bit contradictory, what you're doing, what you're thinking. And you might be like, oh, well, you might be a bit of a man who's a bit of a lady. You might be very tall as well, because Grace Jones is tall. I think Lady Gaga is quite small, but I'm just feeling the tallness, and I am. Right, so this child might be a star that's being born, or you might be the child that is the child where you recreated yourself now, or you might have had an awakening. You might have decided to change the sex of who you are, and you might be becoming a star, but it says the star you were born to be. So exaggerate your contradictions. Turn bad romance into a good business. So take it where it fits, alright? So I'm going to leave them ones there. And I'm going to do you Divine Masculine for messages. So angels and ancestors, come into my space and we'll see what we've got for... Where am I going with these? What was that noise then? Did you hear that then? For some reason I didn't always put my cards. Because you don't know which way to go. You don't know what way to turn or what to do. Right. So let's see. So you could be in your masculine and your feminine energy. You might be into music. You might play the piano. You could be a boy or girl I'm talking to. Or you might feel like you are both. Something's going around and around. We got that song, Spin Me Right Round, Baby, like a record, baby, right round. So you could be a singer. You could be becoming a star. You might do open mic night as well. I'm getting on this, and I am. You could do an open mic night. Someone in the comments mentioned this to me. You know who you are, my beautiful little friend. I don't know this could be you, but I got open mic night. So you might have had a sugar daddy. You might have done. You might have had a sugar daddy that was older, or maybe it was a black man that was a sugar daddy. That card just fell out. Right, do what you have to do. You might have had a sugar daddy. Now, someone here, remember at the beginning of this read, I said to you, I've seen more confirmation. I've seen more dickens than I've seen weekends. There was a reason. I think one of you used to work in the sexual industry, and I do. You might have been a cross-dresser, or I'm itching all over. Telling you, it always resonates here what I talk about. Now, do what you have to do with all your body, mind, and heart. So you might have had to done what you needed to do before to get where you needed to be, or you might be doing it now. You might be doing, you know, you might have a sugar daddy. You might have had a sugar daddy. This might be what's resonating to round this off now. So you might have had to have been what you needed to be to get to who you were now. Resonates with me, if you know what I mean, and it does. So do what you have to do resolutely with all your body, mind, and heart. I'm not judging. I can't judge. So this could be what you've done or what you are going to do. Right, so you need to guard your mind with vigilance. Nurture the positive and remove the negative. Your mind will find peace. So I feel something's going around in your head and it's driving you mad. It might be something you did years ago that's going around in your head and you can't get over it. Well, don't worry about it. Whatever we've done in our past has led us to where we are today. We've all done things, darling. It might be going through your head that, what did I do this for to my body? It might have got you in your mind a little bit. It might have broke your heart, okay? And you might feel like now, like when I was talking about when I was so nice to people, maybe that's why I was so nice to men, because that's what I used to do as a job. And I can relate to men a lot more. And I know how to get in a man's head, not in a horrible way. Men find me like, I know men too well because I spent my whole life watching men, watching their footsteps, watching to make sure I was safe, watching how they move, how they walk. I walked around on eggshells. I've had to listen to different sounds and make sure I'm safe and make sure I never had a pimp in my life ever because I've been too clever. And I've had people try and be that. But that's when you go on a road to nowhere. And I'm not being funny. I was too tight with my money and I didn't want to give it away to anyone. When I'm doing the work, you ain't getting nothing, mate. And you're not. And yeah, so this might resonate in that department, okay? So this might be something that you found very positive. And you might have had to remove the negativity around it to give your mind some peace. I knew I was going somewhere with this because I resonate with you, all right? And I do. Whether people like it or not, I've had a life, okay? I've had a life. I've lived in all different kinds of, and I don't mean a life as in all different lives. I've had a lot of lives since I've been alive down here. That's my angels. Look at you, beautiful thing. Look. My angels still love me no matter what I've done in my life. And I've nearly lost my mind before what I did in my life when I had to go through my awakening. This is going to resonate with one of you. Look at my angels confirming that. Thank you, angels. I love you so much. Oh, dear. Right. So, told you I don't know where I'm going with this, but it always rounds off at the end and it doesn't. Angels will not come in. So if any of you think it's bad what I'm talking about, please don't comment, because the angels would not come in if I was doing my lights flashing. The angels would not come in and protect me and give me that love, because they know where my mind's going. I just drifted back to my past a bit then. And I don't feel guilty about it anymore, but I had some bad times then, I did. And I also had to be very strong. And I also had to do things I didn't want to do. And to me, that's still classed as something bad happening to you. So if you have to do something you don't want to do, it's not a good thing, okay? But sometimes you have to. What did I resonates here all the time? Do you remember we said yesterday on a video, be careful craving pleasures because after pleasure comes sorrow. You might be feeling really bad about this. Do not let pleasure distract you. You might be feeling about going back into this kind of work. You might be feeling like, I know how to do this, and that you were quite good at this. You might have had bad things happen around you, like crime scene. You might have seen a lot of things with yellow tape around it. There might be a lot of yellow tape around something that you are about to do. There might be a bad romance you was involved with a man or a woman where they could have been your sugar daddy, I'm getting, male or female, all right? And thank you, angels, it turned, you had a bad relationship with this person, but you've done something for business with this person. Now, you might have worked on the phones, if you know what I mean, just ordering people in. Or something to do with phones. You might have worked somewhere where people used to ring you up. Something might have happened at work when you was doing this. And I'm not on about a job building, love, if that's what you're thinking. So, you might have been very good at this. And I'm not joking. You might become a bit of a star doing this. You might have been with stars. But be careful, because it might have been pleasure that will distract you. You might be craving this pleasure. But the thing is, you might be craving sleeping around or something with different SEXs, but it might lead to sorrow. You could be sleeping with the wrong kind of sexual person, which isn't the one you want to be with, and it's making you feel sad, because you might be a woman who wants to be with a woman, or a man who wants to be with a man. You need to get out of that box. But I feel you might have done something like this. I said earlier about transvestite. I feel you might be a cross-dresser. You're definitely from the LGBT community, and you are. My angels confirmed it, and I'm itching with energy. And he's choking. Oh, my belly's rumbling as well. You might feel hungry for this, and you might. Now, you might have been with someone that's a bad romance, but you had good business with this person. This person might have made you a star. You might even be a star. And maybe when you've done this, you could have been quite good at it. But you might be in this business now and you want to have a child. You don't know. People live different lives, people, and they do, okay? You might have been very gifted at this. I'm feeling that you are either male or female. I'm just giving you an update. I'm going really hot at the minute, and I am. So, like I said, you could have been your own sugar daddy. You might not have had a sugar daddy. You might be like, well, I used to be like, look after myself. Drive myself around and was my own business person, and I was. Which wasn't a very good thing, because when I used to go places, people didn't know where I was. And I could have been unalived, and I nearly have been a few times. And no one would have known where I was, because I didn't tell anyone where I was going, because I lived a secret life like this, in a box, and I did. And I don't care if anyone in my community is watching me. You don't know anything about my past. Now you do, because I'm sorry, but I didn't have no help when I was younger. This is going to resonate as well. I had no help when I was younger. My mum was an alcoholic. She couldn't stand me, and she never gave us nothing. She used to give all her money to herself and whoever else's kids. She just didn't like us. She was always jealous of me and my sister. And I lived a secret life all my life. Now, this came to me as a download before I woke up, and it's really weird, and I'm going to say it, and I have to, because I have to resonate with you. I lay my life on the line on here, and I could get enemies, and because I know people where I live, now I'm on there. But listen, this is me. This is who I am. I'm laid up there. My name is Kerry, and I've had many names, trust me. And I've been called many things that at some point in my life, this is going to resonate, I'm going to talk about it, I don't care. And at some point in my life, I didn't know who the hell I was. And I used to be called my names when I was out with my friends, because I had a lot of working friends that I worked with. And my life was working as an escort, and it was for many years. And this is why it all tallies up what I said about men. Now, this is going to resonate with you, and it is. Now, I had to do things because I wasn't looked after as a child. It brought shame on the family when they found out. But, they didn't want to know. Still didn't help me with money, though, while I was doing it. But all mocked me and told me I weren't allowed around the house no more. Even my dad, before he passed, I think he knew. I think my sister told him. But I think that's why he stopped talking to me. And so I know where you're coming from, okay? This might be something you're scared to bring up or scared to talk about. Maybe it's time. Maybe it's time, because I've had to come on here, and I've done a few videos back in the day on here talking about what I did, and I wanted to delete them, but I didn't, because when I had my awakening, I decided to be me, because I've never been me. I never knew Kerry. My name was, I'm finding this really hard to speak to you about this. My name was Mum. My daughter called me Marge, or Mother, and or my name was whatever my working name was. So, and I had about 3, maybe a little more. So I never knew who I was. I think that's what caused me a lot of being mental when I was growing up. So I had this as a download earlier in my sleep about this, and I'm trying to think how to word this, because some of you might have felt like over the years that you felt trapped and you felt a little bit incarcerated. Now, I had done a video on this as well, saying about all my life I felt like I was in the prison because I was always in places boarded up windows and locked in, and I couldn't leave till I earned so much money. And if I didn't earn so much money, they wouldn't let me go. Now, if I didn't earn money one day, I would have to go back in the next day, and I would have a debt from yesterday. So if whatever I did that day, I was always on a treadmill, just like human meat factory. That's what it was like. And some of it was horrible, some of it was fun, and some of it was not. It's what I made of it, okay? So sometimes I'd be in debt. So I couldn't leave the job because I have to buy myself out. But they would get me in a position where I couldn't buy myself out because everyone that owned flats where I used to work, all over London or all over England, I've even worked abroad, they all know each other. They're all connected. It's like a gang. So if I went to get a job somewhere else and they said, did Lacey turn up? No, everyone knew me as Lacey. They'd say, yeah, don't give her a job. Don't give her a job. So I'd get blocked everywhere. So I'd have to go back to where I worked before to pay my money. Now, even if I went on my own to do it, I could have someone turn up. I don't know where they're from. And I've been followed in my car because people find out where you live. And I never want that because I had children. I never took my children anywhere with me to work. I kept it separate. So I'm feeling like you might have had a separate life where you're keeping something hidden, or you're ready to tell people what you did, or you might have been found out what you did, or you might be finding it hard to face what you did. But I get it. Angels, confirmation. Now, if you want to talk to me about it, you can. I will give you my email address. This is the most hardest thing to talk about ever because my son watches this and he's never felt ashamed of me, what I done. He told me before, I know you think we're ashamed of you, but your job never bothered me because you never brought it home, Mum. And I was always very ladylike and I always dressed classy. I didn't dress like a slag, not even when I was at work. And I've always been me inside, Kerry. So I've always been a nice person. Like I told you before, I've got more people back with their missuses, their women, than I could have earned money because I've got that nature in me. And I was one day I was good at it and the next day I was crap at it because I didn't earn enough money. I could have earned a fortune. But me being me, still carrying inside, I used to help people more than I did get money. So this is going to resonate with you, and it is. I'm finding this very awkward to talk about, and I am. Angels are helping me here, but there's things I can say, but I can't say, but I've got to say. But so I know where you're coming from, okay? Doing that job got me by in life, but it got me a lot of threats, and it got me thrown out of a lot of houses, and it got my children embarrassed on Facebook. So I've been outed on Facebook a few times about it, and I never forget my son ran into me and went, Mum, they've put you all over Facebook. And they're saying, my kids always knew about me, but they didn't want other people to know because I was a young mum as well. So if my boys' friends knew, they might try and cop hold of me. And my son didn't want that. He had a lot of people say, oh, I'd love to see your mum on a pole. They always thought I was a stripper. And see your mum in little French knickers. And my son nearly beat this boy to death over this. And I was his mum. I was still his mum. And like I said, I didn't dress provocatively. I've always covered up. I always wore jeans, like nice blouses, and boots. I always wore boots with heels because I used to wear heels a lot. Back in the day, it was a fashion. And but I always used to dress up. Now I wear dresses. And even when I was at work, I still didn't dress like other people did. I always had class, and I did. This is going to resonate, and it's going to annoy some of you as well. I might lose some subscribers over this, but never mind, I might gain some as well. You've got to be open-minded about things. We've all had a life. That's why God does not choose from the pedestal. God chooses from the pit, okay? And I know people say Mary Magdalene wasn't what they said she was, but how do we know? She might have been. And Jesus forgave her. That's why I look at it. And everyone called her a whore, even if she wasn't. They probably called her that when she probably wasn't. Because they knew Jesus loved her and favoured her over the other people. But yeah, so I know your name might even be Mary. But yeah, so I know what it's like to be incarcerated. So if you are hiding your sexuality, even though I've not been of the same sex relationship, I still relate to you because I've lived my whole life hiding who I was. I've lived my whole life as a different name. Like I said, I didn't know my name at one point. I was so out of my head. And I didn't do drugs when I used to work. So if anyone thinks I was a druggy worker, I wasn't. I done drugs when I finished work because I couldn't handle what I did. And I only started taking drugs as I was finishing my workup later on in life, which was quite a while ago, about 9 years ago. And that's when I got on drugs. And I used to do drugs as I was finishing work because I was finding it hard to know what to do. Now, I've never been in the real world. So when I came here, I become a carer. And I hadn't been in the real world. So when I was in the real world, all of a sudden, I found everything beautiful. I lived by the sea. I was like, I used to go to the sea on holiday with my dad, and it was always a crap time because they'd always row or leave us, or we'd get lost, or we nearly drowned. And because my family used to drink and that. So when I came here to live by the sea, I was like a kid in a candy shop. Oh, look at that bird. Oh, look at that seagull. I've never heard of seagull. Oh, look at that. Look at that. And my ex, before the other ex that tried to destroy me, he didn't like the fact that I was so happy about everything in life. But I don't think he realised that. I told him about my past. He threw it in my face and used it against me. But I tell everybody that I meet about my past because I know that if they ever find out about my past, they wouldn't want to be with me. So rather you leave me now. If you need to know about me, not that people should know, but if you need to know about me, if you're going to leave me now, because that's who I used to be. Look at my angels confirming. They know I tell you the truth. I never lie. So you might be like this. So when I came down here to live, I found everything wonderful, everything beautiful. I thought the whole world was beautiful, but I hadn't lived in the real world. And I didn't realise that people I worked with at work were nicer than people in the real world. Girls I met at work that had been trafficked or had a life were so upset and distraught, and we had to look after each other. We had to support each other. We had to protect each other. Sometimes we had to feed each other. Sometimes I had to cuddle a lot of them because I was older, and there was a lot of young girls, and I was a bit motherly. And some of us had really horrible bosses that were pimps, but not pimps, but they were like pimps that were in these places. And we had to stick together, because things can happen. I'm going really cold. So you're going to resonate with this. I know you are. So I think I've lived in a world that was a bit of an underground world all my life. Then I hid it. Then I had to be a mother. I couldn't have friends because if they found out, they would have boyfriends, and I've been chucked out of people's houses before. So all I'm saying is if you are from that, not even from this industry, but you're hiding something, I can relate. I told you I can relate to anything here because I've had a life, and I have, and I'm glad I have now because I can help you, and it helps me as well. And it was the hardest thing I got over with my awakening was what I did, and I want to cry now. I'm not happy about what I did. But I was given a shit deck of cards in my life. When I was handed like this, say this was my life, I got given the most shittest effing deck that I could have been given. And I had to work through this deck. Because the way I look at it, I had to work through this deck in my life. Everything that was happening to me, I just had to go through it. And I knew I was given this shit deck in my hands. But that's how I relate to you. Because if that's my life and it's all different, I can resonate with you with every single chapter in my life that I've been in. Because I come from a broken home. And I've got sisters and brothers that I've met later on in life that I didn't know. My dad had a baby with my best friend. And I've worked, and I've been an end-of-life carer, and I've been on drugs. And there ain't nothing that's happened to you that hasn't happened to me. Trust me. There's not. That's why I resonate with you, okay? So if you feel like you're trapped or stuck, you can talk to me. The one thing I tell you to do is out yourself, because who gives a shit what other people think? No one's lived your life, so people can judge you from afar as much as they like, same as people judge me. But you don't know my life. You don't know why I had to do what I did. You don't know the situations I got in where I was so scared if I didn't carry on doing what I was doing, I would have got unalived. And I've nearly been unalived to a few points. I've been robbed in places at gunpoint, and I've nearly lost my life. And the first thing that's coming to my head is my children. They don't know where I am. No one knows where I am. That's why I've always felt that God's been around me, or Jesus, or the angels have always protected me. And I didn't believe back then, and I didn't, because I wasn't in that. I was obviously working for the devil. But I was always unsafe, and no one knew where I was. So I've always felt like no one's ever really known where I am. So I've always been invisible. So I can relate to you with that. And it's not nice being invisible. That's why I cope well on my own. Because I think, well, it doesn't matter what I'm going through, I can survive. Because no one's going to help me, because no one's ever helped me before. And I could never tell people what I was doing because I was always ashamed of it or scared. So I've always got on with things, okay? I always have. So yeah, I don't know where I went with this, but I will tell you about myself because this is Laid Up Bear, and I was guided by my angels to call this Laid Up Bear so I could lay my life out for you. And like I said, I might lose some of you, I might gain some more subscribers. I'm not here for subscribers. I'm here to help you. I'm here to resonate with you. And I'm just here to help you through this really hard, crappy life, that we've been dealt. Like I said, whatever cards you've been dealt, I know. I've been dealt some cards, trust me. But I've become a good effing card player. If I was a gambler, I'd be really good at it. And my dad was a card player as well. He played poker. See, look at me making fun of everything again. This is what I do. This is how I cope with things. I laugh. I'm nearly crying. And, yeah, I never harmed myself until I finished work. And then I went into a little bit of self-harm. And I never used to understand people that used to self-harm. I think, you're crackers. What are you doing? Why would you do something to your body? But when I was doing it after, it was through anxiety. And I felt like when I used to scratch myself till I bled, or I'd pick my toenails off till I bled, I could barely walk. And I've started doing it again lately, and I have. Because I get nervous, things I sound here, like I do this a lot and that. And this is not a fashion thing. My light, 5555, and my light has just gone off. How weird's that? So 5555 will resonate with you. And when I done that, I'm going to leave it there. And I am. I've said enough. And I cannot believe that. Look at me. Because I ain't got no light on. How weird's that? My light went off at 5555. Please tell me if that resonates with you. Because I have to shut up now. Because I've said enough. And I don't get that. Well, I told you my angels do this. But they haven't chopped me off yet. So that's going to resonate with some of you. I'm back. I'm going to leave the light on. This is why I love you. And I am going to get emotional, right? I've had a life, guys, and I have, all right? And I don't feel sorry for myself, but I can help you. And that's the only reason I'm here, okay, is to help you. Don't ever feel ashamed of yourself, okay? Don't ever feel ashamed of what you've done, okay? I'm here to resonate with you. So you know that I've spent my whole life on my own, not having anyone to talk to, not having anyone to cry to. I could have been attacked at work, Essie, actually, and I had to go home and still be a mum. And I used to be hurting. And I still had to take my kids out to Brighton, funny enough. I used to take my kids to Brighton. That's where I used to go and sit on the pier with my kids. And they used to be smiling and so happy that I took them out for the day. And I used to be sitting there in agony when I got attacked. And I just still have to be a mum. And I still had to hide everything that happened to me. So please don't judge me, okay? And I will get upset because this is what I'm supposed to do. Just show you how vulnerable I am. I'm a strong little cookie, let me tell you now. But I'm still very vulnerable doing this. And I still put my life on the line doing this. I've still got to live where I live, but telling people the truth about myself. But I do this because this is, whether people believe it or not, it's not all to do with Bible and that, yeah. This is my full purpose. And I'm here to help you, to relate to you, whatever situation you're in. But remember, you're not alone, okay? I understand. I'm only here to tell you that whatever you've been through, I understand. It's really weird I said about the gay boys. And I forgot I used to take my kids there. I used to drive to Brighton. And I wouldn't even let them take a picture of me because I always looked so terrible when I wasn't at work because I used to just take everything off. I used to wear wigs and everything, but my hair was always like short. And I remember taking all my wigs off, all my makeup. I never wore makeup when I was out with my kids like that. And I used to sit there and I couldn't even play with my kids because I was hurting so much because I couldn't even walk sometimes. And I'm not exaggerating. You won't believe what's happened to me, love. And I don't want you to feel sorry for me. I want you to relate to me. So whatever's happened to you, I know and I get it. That's all I want you to know. Is there's nothing worse in this world than being alone, okay? And you're not alone all the time. You've got me here. And I'm not alone since I've had YouTube. I've never had so much love shown to me since I've done YouTube. I've never even had anyone tell me, apart from my kids, that they love me and meant it. And you do. And I love you. And that's why I tell you I love you. And I do. Because I do, all right? And I'm going to go and I'm going to come back on. And I am going to post this. Listen, this took a while to warm up, so I don't think people are going to watch all this. And if you have, I'm so grateful, okay? And I love you. The angels love you. I don't care if you're a man, woman, if you've sold your body, or if you're doing it now, yeah, you're still God's child. Remember that, okay? And we were given a shit deck of cards. But maybe you'll end up like this and be able to help people or be a counsellor and help other people that are in the same situation as you, whatever the case is, okay? We've all had a life. It's just whether people talk about or not, and I chose to talk about my past. But there's a lot of people that judge other people that have had a past, but decide not to tell people and live like the high moral ground, okay? But everybody's got a past, no matter what it is, all right? And I love you, and I do. If you like the way I read, like the video. If you haven't subscribed, why not? You don't know what you're missing. And this is always different here, okay? This is laid out bare. I will lay myself out on the line for you because I've got protection from my angels, my ancestors, and Jesus, okay? I've got protection. Angels and ancestors, thank you for coming into my space and protecting me and guiding me and pushing me to talk about this because I didn't want to and I was really finding it difficult, and I'm glad I did. And I love you guys. Some of you are going to hate this and some of you are going to resonate. So whoever resonates, that's all that matters to me. I love you guys, and I do. Mwah. Be nice in the comments, okay? Because you don't know what people go through in their life. You really don't, unless you've been through it yourself. You don't. Be nice to each other, okay? Be nice to people. Love each other, no matter what sex they are. Whatever they do in their life, doesn't matter, okay? Because inside we're all God's children, and we are. And we're here in this hellhole for a reason. Okay, living out our karma. That's probably why I did what I did, to live out my karma from a previous life. Who knows? But everything's for a reason. And I am gabbling on because that's what I'm here for. Okay, and I'll see you soon. Mwah. Namaste. And if you want to dress up like that today, dress up like that. And if you want to put your little tutu on and you're a bloke, do it. If you're a woman and you want to dress like that, do it. Be like Cyndi Lauper. I feel like you could be a fire sign or an air sign. I wouldn't say water then. And I feel like you're in your masculine and your feminine, or either or you don't know what you're doing, or you might have worked, or something's going on. You might be a star. You might have had something happen to you as a child star where you got assaulted, if you know what I mean. So this might resonate with you. You might not know what sex you want to be because of things that have happened to you. But this will resonate. Don't take this as just one story, okay? Pick at it. Take the bits you need. And throw away the rest, like I do in my past. Seriously. I've been on it for an hour. I've never done an hour video. I love you guys, and I do. And I love you for loving me, and I do. My angels will always look after you for loving me. Namaste, guys. Adios, amigos. Look, 010202. Adios.